Dynamic range is a very important part of photography because you don't want to lose any information in the highlights or shadows. So in this video we are going to see how you should expose your image perfectly to get the best dynamic range possible out of your camera. But before moving further, intro. So if you don't know what a dynamic range is, let me give you a one-line meaning of this. So dynamic range is nothing but basically the difference between the darkest and brightest part of an image. So if your camera is capable of storing the information of the shadows and highlights at the same time on a same image, then your camera is said to have a good dynamic range. So see this illustration to have a better idea of this. So now you know what a dynamic range is, but how to shoot for a good dynamic range while shooting. So what happens is, if there is a high variation of dynamic range in a scene, then there comes two possible situations. The first situation is you expose the highlights perfectly and you increase the shadows in the post. And the second situation is you expose the shadows properly and you decrease the highlights in the post to get a better dynamic range for your photo. But which is the best one and what should you go for? So let's find out what's the right thing. So these are the two photos taken in the same scenario at different exposures. Both the photos are unedited to make you understand better how it actually works. So the left one is taken by exposing the highlights perfectly. So as you see, the highlights are exposed perfectly and the shadows are underexposed. And for the right one, the shadows are exposed perfectly and the highlights, as you see, are overexposed. So what we do, we take the left photo to the post and increase the shadows to get a better dynamic range. So now you see, after the post-processing of the image looks really well exposed and it has a very good dynamic range. Now for the next part, we take the right photo into the post and decrease the highlights. And now as you can see, after the post-processing and decreasing the highlights, the image looks like this. So from this experiment you can already tell what should you expose for. Yes, you should always expose for the highlights, and it is very easy to actually fix the shadows in the post when compared with the highlights fixing in the post. So guys, I hope this video will improve your photography, as dynamic range really matters in photography and also in videography. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope the video was helpful for you. If you liked the video, then don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new to this channel, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button below down there. And having that said, see you soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye.